on to item 7. I believe we've got a public question from Sam Heslop George, who I think has just down there. If you'd like to ask your question.
Yeah, thank you very much. Thank you very much for the opportunity. Vegan diets result in 75% less greenhouse gas emissions and land use than diets with just 100 grams of meat daily. They cut wildlife destruction by 66% and water use by 54%. Bear in mind this is just 100 grams daily. Will Falmouth Town Council join 26 councils, including Norwich, Exmouth and Edinburgh, by endorsing the plant-based treaty and developing a plant-based food strategy? Thank you.
Thank you very much for your question. I'm just going to open the floor to questions from councillors. Councillor Joel.
I do admire the way you put your arm across, but I totally disagree with that. Being a farmer myself, I don't know if you live in what part of the country you live.
I'm from Falmouth originally. Yeah.
Cornwall is a grass-based county.
Right.
80% is grassland. A lot of it's permanent grassland. Grass absorbs carbon dioxide.
Okay.
The animals. Let me finish.
Sorry, you're not allowed to come back.
Right.
Sorry.
I could be a while, okay? So the animals don't.
I remind you, we've got another question.
This is quite serious. I mean, animals eat grass.
Yes.
The grass absorbs carbon dioxide. The cows digest the grass. The gas is released. The methane is only in the atmosphere for a short period compared to carbon dioxide. It's a complete neutral cycle. We have a balanced diet. We're all here to eat a little bit of this, a bit of that. I don't agree that we should have all plants. Every time you plough a field, you turn the soil over, it releases the carbon into the atmosphere. Permanent grass, the grassland absorbs as a carbon sink. So I think you're a little bit off the mark in regards to the way it's being proposed to us. I think everyone has a choice. I think to come here and say we should not have a choice is quite worrying. I think we're all open to persuasion. I eat plants, I eat meat. I think we can do it overnight. But I think to come here and say that we should go to plant is completely out of the park for me and now. Okay?
I would actually say from what I've seen and read that actually a vegan diet is incredibly helpful for the environment, and actually if everyone considers about their meat consumption, not necessarily cancel your, just considers how much they eat, whether or not they can go full vegan, that's up to their own life choices and how they want to do it. I would like to register the Princess Pavilion, which is run by Falmouth Town Council, always has vegan options available, both, and we look at other dietary preferences such as gluten-free and other options. So, as a council, I think we're sensitive to that, but I think we would struggle to make a statement with all the councillors to support it on that note.
Thank you, Councillor Seeley. I've got Councillor Robinson, then Councillor Weaver, and then Councillor
I was probably going to say the same thing as Councillor Seeley. We do make sure we supply vegan food. I remember in my local community supported agriculture scheme, we supported Falmouth Food Co-op. I'm not sure it's appropriate for us, but I've certainly wondered if the plant-based strategy is something that ought to be considered by the culture and syrup. No, I think that one, or
cities and
so for more detailed consideration. But there's a lot to be said for a vegan diet, I think. But on the other hand, there's also a lot to be said for diversity. So thank you for bringing it to us.
Thank you. Councillor Weaver.
Yes, thank you. I think everyone should have a choice of what they eat. I understand the meat side of it. You only have to look at the science on it, and it does inflict on the planet, and the methane levels are still coming go completely vegan, then we lost half the rainforest to soya bean. So you can't win. One thing's good for one thing, one thing for another. I don't feel comfortable as a council supporting this as a policy. I believe as an individual councillor wants to support it, but me, I would not support it, but I would not like to be supporting it because the majority of the council does. So I think it should be individual councillors support it and not the council's view on it.
Okay, I've got Councillor Young and then back to you, Councillor Sealer.
Thank you. Yeah, just on the topic of soya and rainforests, the rainforests are being destroyed for cattle ranching and for growing monoculture soya to ship to Europe to feed that voting to agribusiness, factory farms. So that's a completely haywire thing. I think it's a really good idea to approach a generally plant-based strategy. I think we need to be aware that lots of people can't afford to feed their kids at all at the moment. And that is only going to increase under the rapid climate change that we now face. I don't know if you've all seen the increases in sea temperature. Every month at the moment we have an increase in the records are being broken. I think we're going to have to start thinking very differently about a lot of these matters, and I thank you very much for bringing this proposal.
Thank you. Did you want to talk about Councillor Sealer?
I was going to make a point about the soy as well, but the other thing was I just wanted to mention, which was just my first chance, the fact that actually as a council we have policies in place to only do fair trade, we only source locally, organic where possible. Are there any other policies I'm missing? I mean, there's quite a few things we do have, but vegan might be a step further than is likely to get voted for this time. So,
Thank you. Have we got any proposals from the Chamber? Councillor Sealer.
I propose as a council we do not support this, but any councillor individually wants to support it, then that should be done outside the collective council.
Okay, is there a second for that?
Yes.
Councillor Jewell. Is it I have to take that donut form?
It's a point of,
Less than
it's
amendment.
kind of a point of order question. If it's a public question, do we not have just an answer? Why would we have a proposal and a vote?
Because I think the comment was to refer to one of your committees.
Let's refer to the committee.
Okay. So just to be clear, representatives don't refer it to a committee, is that, yeah? Okay, so I'll take that then. So everybody in favour of leaving it here and not referring it onto a committee, is that correct? Terminology market? So everybody in favour of not referring it onto a committee. Six. Everybody against now? Against that? Against that?
So can you clarify what?
Proposing that the question should be taken to a committee for further consideration.
For that.
So it's against the original motion, which in effect means it's for taking it to a committee. Is that correct? Is the terminology? Yeah.
Councillors understand what's
Happening? Yeah. So those who would wish to take it to a committee. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Okay. So that's carried. So we'll go to, do we agree grounds for citizens' environment is the best place for that kind of discussion? Yeah, okay, so we'll go to grounds for meetings and environment committee for discussion. Thank you very much for your time this evening.